guess where we'll start, but we understand that Erling Haaland has now had a medical, potentially that Vincent Kompany might have been involved in some way as well in setting that up. Can you tell us what the latest is on any move here?
Well, everybody knows the situation, but I should not talk because I don't like to talk about the future next season. But in the same time, I should say something. But Borussia Dortmund and Man City told me that it's not allowed me to say anything until the deal is completely done. So I cannot talk. I'm sorry. We'll have time to talk.
You have often sat there and told us that when it comes to signing players, Varane and Djiky are the ones that do most of the business. But I just wondered, as the manager here, how much input do you have when the club is signing a player?
I would love to talk, honestly, but I can't. They tell me don't say anything until for the legal actions or legal situation that it's far away from my perspective. So we will have time to talk about that. Not because I don't want, so I can't.
Can I ask you then finally about your team? Obviously, you're coming up against a difficult Wolves side, but you have issues, shall we say, defensively. Can you tell us the health of your squad at the moment? How many
nothing changed after the game against Newcastle, and we are who we are, and we're going to the last 3 games with the players that we have and go for it. So we have a problem in one department, the other one is going to solve it. So go for it.
Pep, what are your thoughts on Wolves, the style of play? Because I know before last weekend, people outside Wolves were suggesting they didn't have a lot to play for, but given the way they fought to the end against Chelsea, it suggests that they believe they do.
Honestly, it's not about the last result that it was really good in Stamford Bridge. It's always Wolves since it was promoted in the Premier League. Always, he was one of the facts are here. The toughest opponents we face for many reasons. Neto's back. Jimenez always dangerous. The transition from the Docker. The quality from Moutinho Neves, the switch of plays in the counter play, the personality, the competitors players they are. The back five that many years is playing in the system. The toughest away games we'll have in the season and we have right now, but at the same time, so we know how important it is. Hopefully we recover well after the last week, not just Newcastle game, Madrid and everything. So when we can do a good game. This is the most important thing in our heads right now, today in the training here, myself.
Does how Liverpool play tonight, or the way their game goes, have any bearing on the way you approach this game?
Nothing changed. The result, we cannot control Aston Villa Liverpool. So.
And just final one from me, how much do you relish the test, the challenge that Liverpool provide, that Jurgen Klopp and his team push you to the very end? How much do you relish that?
It's going to happen. Hopefully we can push them too. So it happened the last 4 or 5 years. So, and again, so both teams have done impressive, again, Premier League seasons, both teams. So yeah, so we know exactly what you have to do. Have to do 9 points. So to be there, and we're going to try. Tomorrow, Wednesday, is completely a final for us. I think Wednesday gives us the opportunity to arrive. The last game, we have people here against Aston Villa to change the destiny in our hands, and tomorrow is the opportunity. So that's why it's massively important.
Pep, what your team scores lots and lots of goals. What does a number 9 centre forward add to your team?
We have number 9 right now. We'll have I guess new players in the squad. Some players for the academy come up definitely for the first team next season. And the new players always helps to be or try to be a stronger team, but not a good defender is going to solve our defensive problems, and not one striker is going to resolve our scoring problems that maybe we have. So since the day one, maybe the first season is not like this, especially in one period in the beginning of the season, like we start well, but after we drop, always were consistent, scoring a lot of goals and conceding few. The stats are there. So we were stable in that terms, but not me, the club always has to have a vision for the future. And that's why the decisions the club take, always I am completely aware and supportive 100%.
And just in terms of your team and where you are now, do you think people underestimate how hard it is to win the Premier League? Because you were going for a lot of trophies, because Liverpool were going for a quadruple. People talk about that as though that's an aim and almost forget that the Premier League is really, really difficult.
Yeah, we are new in this. As a club, the last decade, 12, 30 years, we are new in that being there. That is normal still. The mindset for everyone, even for ourselves, to be what we are doing. Only I can say that we know inside staff, backroom staff, the chairman, the owner, CEO, sport director, all the people working, we know exactly how difficult it is and how proud we are what we are doing. What we have done, we are doing, and hopefully in the future we will continue doing. So we know exactly how difficult it is. After that, the opinions, we are absolutely acceptable. Important is what we think. And I know it's impressive. Honestly, it's so impressive what we have done, especially in the Premier League. Like everybody knows how difficult it is.
Okay, for the 10:30 embargo. Okay, guys, we've got that embargo now then, 10:30 for this evening.